Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and today I'm going to be doing some upgrades to my worker phoenixes to see if I can't make them a little more me, I suppose. I acquired a pair of these a while back, and I did run them, and I rather enjoyed them. The one thing I didn't much care for the cosmetics. I'm not big on clear blasters, so it will be getting some significant cosmetic upgrades. But the other issue I had was that the rate of fire was simply too low. Now, you can adjust the rate of fire using this dial in the front, but it goes from unusably slow to a reasonable low rate of fire. Basically, what the highest rate of fire is what I would like the lowest rate of fire to be. Now, I know it's not going to be, because you can dial this thing down to where it doesn't do anything at all, but I do want to increase the rate of fire. So I will be replacing the pusher motor with something a little bit more powerful. I haven't decided what yet. We will have to see what motors do what. This is a 3S system, so I will start by putting a 3S motor in and seeing what kind of a rate of fire increase that gives me, and if that's not enough, I will use something that's probably rated for a lower voltage in order to get a higher RPM. It's less of a problem on a pusher motor like this that's set up to a gearbox than, say, something that's on the flywheel. So we will see how that goes. I will then also be adding a cosmetic kit. I acquired the worker cosmetic kit that comes for these. It's actually really quite nice. It didn't bulk it up as much as I was afraid it was going to. It gives it a flared magwell. I like that. Better barrel geometry. I like that. It comes with a folding stock, which is pretty cool. I like that. So all in all, I like the upgrades. The only thing I wish this had been anodized orange instead of red, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, I am going to take these both apart and do the functional upgrade. I'm gonna tinker with that motor first, and then I'm gonna remove all of the internals, and I'm gonna do give it a paint job and add these kits on. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Here we go. Start by removing this kit. For reference, this is the stock rate of fire. Again, it's not bad as a low-end rate of fire. I would definitely like to have something considerably higher for the upper end, so that's what we're going to attempt to improve first. And we're going to try some motors. But first, I must moisten my sponge. So, with Krakens, it appears to be about the same, which really isn't surprising because, well, for a lot of reasons. So, I'm gonna switch to a Fang revamp and see what happens. Now that is an acceptable high-end rate of fire. Just now take a look at it. Much better. And I can now turn it down. And well, if you go all the way down, it's ridiculous, but if you go anything short of max, fantastic. So I will be using Fang revamps. Now, it's not recommended that you do that because Fang revamps are intended for 2S, and I am now running it on 3S, which, while they will operate on that, there is a high probability that they will wear out or have a catastrophic failure of some kind. I am somewhat less concerned as these were factory reject motors that were donated to the makerspace. There we have it. That will be our upgrade. Now, I'm gonna gut it, take all of the internals completely out. I'll do the same thing to this one, obviously, same paint or internal modification, and then I'm gonna paint it. Though it's gonna take forever to dry because it's currently raining because it's June in the Pacific Northwest. And I just put all these screws back in, and now I'm gonna take them all back out again, like a silly person. gutted. Let's do the other one. Train? Right, skip a few steps and we're done, and I'm gonna talk about them, but first, we're gonna go to the range and plink with them, because I wanna plink with them, and I'm sure that's what most of you are here for anyway. So, to the range! Right, we'll start with a dual wield mag dump, because who doesn't love a dual wield mag dump? That's neat. Train! Right, full auto and mag dumps are all well and good, but how controllable and accurate is it? So it's still at the max rate of fire. I want to see if I actually can fire single shot and how accurate it is. And if not, then I will turn it down and we'll go from there. So, here we go. Nope, 2-round burst, which isn't bad. That's good to know, and I like that. All right, let's turn it down a little bit and see if we can get some single shots. I got some bottles. I'm genuinely impressed with how accurate this thing actually is. One more mag. I want one more mag. I got it with control. I want to see if I can get all of the rest of the bottles. Not quite, but I'm still incredibly impressed. Right. Go talk about it. Right, well, like I said, I'm genuinely impressed. I was not expecting him to perform that well. The max rate of fire is what I would like it to be. It creates a minimum of 2-round burst when you try to single fire. You can easily then turn it down if you want a single shot. Way more accurate than I was expecting. The fact that I was actually able to plink bottles was definitely more than I was ever expecting to be able to get out of these. So I am well impressed. I would like to print a nice bright flash suppressor, muzzle thing. They do have the orange on there. It is technically orange, but it's translucent, and that's a little less than I would like up front. I really like how the Cosmetic Kit makes them look and feel. They're a little bit more bulky, and a little bit more substance to them. The paint job, obviously, I'm not a huge fan of clear blasters, so I definitely like having that Gear Up-esque paint job on there. The stock is not the best. The extend and retract functionality is perfectly fine. The locking, this is a bit on the flimsier side. I'd be worried about it eventually breaking, but I probably won't end up using it that way nearly as often as I will use it this way anyway, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Fold down foregrip, very cool. Like the features, like the new functionality. Flared magwells are nice. Oddly, one of them, the print was a little bit smaller than the other, and so it took some drumming and some hammering to get it on, and as a result, this one, if you hit the mag release, the magazine will drop, whereas on this one, it will not. You have to pull it out, but other than that, love how they went together. Super svelte, and I like them. Now, I'm sure if I don't mention it, it'll pop up in the comments 10,000 times. How do they compare to the 2.0? Well, I do have one 2.0. I don't have two. This one was sent to me for review, and it is the fancy one. It has the Select Fire kit. And there are a number of things that are obviously the 2.0 is much nicer in. The grip is super comfy with that rubberized grip. The stock is a much nicer retractable stock. It's not 3D printed. It's much more solid. I don't like that the foregrip doesn't fold. It's removable, but it's not folding. It seems like it would have been really simple to make this a folding foregrip, and I don't know why they didn't. Performance-wise, they're honestly, as far as FPS and all of that, they're very similar. Rate of fire also. This one has the fancy Select Fire kit, which I have not yet taken the time to learn how to adjust the settings on. But yeah, it's really fancy, and so I'm sure someone is going to ask, or someone would make the comment, why not just get the 2.0? I'm dubbing these the 1.2, the first 0.1 increase for the motor upgrade and the second 0.1 increase for the cosmetic kit. And the difference is cost. For the price of this one, the 2.0 with the Select Fire kit, it costs more than both of these builds combined. It's twice the price, and for some people that makes a difference. But the real point of this video wasn't to make something that would compete with the 2.0 directly, but rather I already had two of these. I acquired them before the 2.0 was even known to be in existence. It hadn't been created yet. Out of Dart sent me one to review when I bought a second one because I wanted to have a pair, and then before I got them modified, the 2.0 came out and it just kind of didn't seem like a point. And then I was already ordering stuff from Monkey Mods, and so I finally pulled the trigger on getting two of the cosmetic kit. For the longest time, they only had one in stock, and they finally had two, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger and got a pair of the kit and then did the full modification. So while they're not meant to be, a direct, competition, do this instead of getting the 2.0, no, it's if you already have one of these, here's what you can do to it to make it a little more 2.0-esque and not have to drop twice the money. The blasters are down to around 80 something, I believe. The cosmetic kit from Monkey Mods was 24 plus shipping. Like I said, I was ordering a bunch of other stuff, so the shipping kind of canceled out. The motor upgrade was a $5 motor, though you do need to know how to solder or know someone who knows how to solder and have all the tools for that. And then 2 cans of paint to get the two different colors. It comes out to about 120 to build one of these as compared to 220 to get one of these. So yeah, that's what the Select Fire. If you just get the full auto version, it's about 180. And yeah, quite frankly, that would be, in a lot of ways, I would argue is better than this. Is it $60 better? That's kind of up to you. These ones have a flared magwell. The 2.0 does not. Lots of things. Anyway, I really like the look of these. It's got a much more angular N-Strike Elite look. This one has a lot more curves, which isn't bad. I just really like angles. So I really like how these came out. The performance is there. The functionality is there. So yeah, I am pleased. Just need to print myself some muzzle brakes of some kind. Muzzle brakes. Just to make it look a little bit svelter. And there you have it, my Worker Phoenix 1.2s. Let me know what you guys think. And thank you guys for watching.